shakalaka, the fear is back. Today's video, we're going to be talking about why the price dump today was already factored in, why you don't need to worry about a thing, and why this is looking like the hardest bottom we have seen in a very, very long time. You'll definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we are talking about why this price drop today was already factored in, why you needn't worry about a thing, and more importantly, the charts you actually need to be looking at. Because if we take a look here on my side, people are like, Bitcoin's down 8% this week. I told you back in 2013 it was a bubble. Of course it's going to crash. But yes, markets are volatile. Prices go up, prices go down. But in today's video, we're going to be looking at some amazing charts that you need to see why this is probably the best opportunity to buy Bitcoin in your lifetime. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Now, the fear is back to 20. We were neutral for 2 days, but back to fear as price is coming back down once again. The entire market down over 7% today. Bitcoin at 36,581, Ethereum at 25.18, BNB at 351, XRP at 67 cents, Cardano at 83 cents, Solana at $81, Terra Luna at $48, and Dogecoin at 12 cents. Now, like I mentioned, the bears are back, but the bears only come out when the price is going down, and I guess the bulls come out when the price is going up, so it kind of makes sense. Now, if you're not into Bitcoin, there are some altcoins you could be taking a look at using artificial intelligence, machine learning, the top coins today on Token Metrics on the highest gaining exchange of all the ones they take a look at, Gate.io. We have Tether Gold, XRP, Anchor Protocol, Cellframe, and Swerve. So you could take a look at those, or if you want to take a look at Token Metrics for yourself, there is a discounted link down in the description. Now, the price has been dropping. Some people say this is because we're filling the gaps. People love talking about the CME gaps. About 90% of the time, Bitcoin closes CME gaps. So just recently closed one at right around $40,000. The next one is between $32,000 and $35,000 that it wicked, but apparently it didn't full body candle close it yet. So potentially the price may be going down there. But if that happens, that would even more be fulfilling this chart that Velvet made from, when was this? Back on February 5th, when we had this first bottom back there. February 5th, almost a whole month ago, he said, hey, we need a double bottom. Because if we take a look at all Bitcoin price reversals, it's double bottoms and double tops. So we had a double bottom here, we had a double top here, we had a double bottom here, we had a double top here, double bottom, double top. Well, wouldn't we have a double bottom? It looks like that's actually what's happening right now as Bitcoin price is going down to that double bottom, potentially filling the CME gap, but solidifying that bottom before the price goes up. Now, hopefully, these two tops here don't amount to a giant double top there. Hopefully, more likely, these bottoms here amount to a giant double bottom. That would be cool. Now, despite all the panic selling, the fear in the market, everything else that's going on, guess what? Smart money is buying up Bitcoin at an amazing clip. Today, this guy bought 6 times already, worth $20 million of Bitcoin. Is everybody selling? He's buying it up. Smart money is buying Bitcoin. Because even right now, if we take a look at the number of active entities, we can see it's steadily rising. The floor of active users steadily rising. This small little peak that we have right here, similar to the 2019 mini bull peak, not actually a top peak like thing. So we might have another peak coming up in the future. And this is a very interesting chart, because if we take a look at short-term holders versus long-term holders, I think most of the people feeling the pain in this market is the short-term holders. So if we take a look in red, the short-term holders, well, we can see between about $33,000 and $70,000. That's their cost basis. The most between $42,000 and $50,000. Now, if we take a look at long-term holders, yes, there's a lot between, like, I don't know, that's like 32 and 70, but also there's a lot under $10,000. Now, if we take a look at exchanges, this is interesting too. Exchanges are already above where the price is right now. Exchanges bought in $42,000 to $50,000. So that's just interesting to keep in mind, that most of this panic that I think we're seeing in the extreme fear and greed is likely due to the short-term holders feeling the pain of losing out a little bit on their Bitcoin investment. But you just need to be patient. And here's another very interesting chart, that right now, the U.S. government sits behind MicroStrategy and Grayscale in Bitcoin holdings, owning more than Tesla. If the U.S. decides to sell, well, big players will get a huge opportunity to buy in bulk. But if the U.S. government decides to make the dollar backed by a Bitcoin standard like they did with the gold standard back in the day, look at how much they own. That would automatically, I mean, U.S. government is one of the richest governments in terms of Bitcoin. Next one would be Ukraine. If we want to F Russia up in this thing, we'll make the U.S. dollar backed by Bitcoin, and then all of a sudden, number one government, number two government, and probably number three would be El Salvador. So that could be something that they're thinking about. I don't particularly know. Now, another chart that's very, very interesting to just give you an idea that despite Bitcoin price going down, we want to look for these things, these divergences that are going up as Bitcoin price is going down, because it doesn't compute. So if we take a look at the total transfer volume, 7-day moving average, we can see it stepped up 2 times already since when we had the first peak last year. Stepped up 2 times from back at the COVID bottom. So we can see a lot more money being transferred back and forth. On-chain demand continues up and to the right. And this chart right here, the Bitcoin coin days destroyed, could very well be signaling that this $33,000 bottom that we saw was a very, very hard bottom. So this coin days destroyed, every time we have a peak, look at this, peak, bottom, peak, bottom, peak, well, kind of little bottom, peak, bottom, peak, bottom. So all of these peaks are pretty much bottoms in terms of Bitcoin price. And also, if we take a look at the advanced NVT signal, we can see that when Bitcoin price breaks below this solid teal line, look at that. These are great buy opportunities, pretty much bottoms unlike we see any other time. Right now, below there, unlike any other times we see excellent bullish buy opportunities. And lastly, just something that I wanted to show you guys, because there's a whole bunch of data out there nowadays, and everybody's looking at the same data, but it gives you a little bit of hope as to what's going on, because let's face it, Microstrategy is in Bitcoin for roughly a $30,000 Bitcoin. So you think Bitcoin is going to go much lower than where it is right now? Probably not. As a matter of fact, if we take a look from all the indicators we have, this is a great chart from Binky Ponderosa. If we take a look, the average floor price of Bitcoin is $23,000. The average peak price is $181,000. Now you take a look at Bitcoin price today, you can see $36,000. Well, we go back to this. The closer it is to the floor price, that's the best buy you could possibly have. It's literally $13,000 above the floor price. But it's also literally $150,000 below the average peak price. So that, in my opinion, is a great buyout opportunity. But, you know, I'm just a YouTuber. I don't actually know anything about money or finance or any of that stuff. So, guys, that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, subscribe. Also, check out Token Metrics. Discount the link down in the description, the pinned comment. I'll catch you guys later. Have a great one. Love you. Peace.